Hi, this is Tracy Heck
And this is Cheryl Frischman.
from Rock Life.
And we are here today with Lauri from the Rasmus. We are very excited. They are here all the way from Finland. And they are at the
Loving Touch.
Loving Touch. At
In
the Loving
Ferndale.
Touch in Ferndale, Michigan. So, it's Lauri, this has been a long time since you have been in the United States touring.
Yeah, it has been about 16 years since the last time we played here, which is kind of insane because I've lived here for the last 11 years. And during all that time, we didn't play here at all. So it's kind of bad, and I'm kind of sorry for that, especially for the US fans. But I mean, now we have a better situation. We have a US label, and we also have an agent here, and so looks like we're gonna come here a lot in the near future.
That's
but it's
very
good to be
exciting.
back.
Yes.
You know, we are playing together on this tour. We do like 50% of the shows we do with the Funeral Portrait as supporting them, and then we have our own headline shows like tonight, these tiny intimate little venues, and it's been really great shows, and we've been really having fun, really playing close to the audience, and you know, like it's kind of, there's something raw and primal about it. It's good.
And how did you guys hook up with the Funeral Portrait to begin with?
Well, the Funeral Portrait has the same label as we do, so that was kind of the connection. I was actually looking at their roster and all the bands they had, and there was something about their music, their appearance that kind of clicked with ours. I think they have something similar on like the emotion level, and I just don't know. I've been really trusting my gut feeling, like more and more the
Yeah.
older I get. Just like if I feel something that, oh, this could be the thing to
Yeah.
do, then I'm just like going like 100% and not like thinking and calculating too much. It's just you have to go with the flow and the feeling.
Yeah. And what kind of made this time the perfect time for you to tour the US, do you think?
Well, now we just released our first official song like a couple of months ago called Creatures of Chaos, and we are actually releasing another song this week, next week, I don't even know, this week.
Yeah, I
Called
think
Break
it's,
These
yeah.
Chains. And it was a good timing because we heard about this tour honestly like 4 weeks ago, that this is a chance for us to come here, and then like we really had to start putting things together like super fast, get the working visas for the rest of the band. I have the US passport, but for the band and the crew,
Yeah.
it was like this close. We could not make it, but we got in, and also like just like we didn't have much time to sell tickets and all that, so it's kind of like it was a bit rushed, but I'm really glad we are here from the very beginning of this album cycle.
And do you know when the album will be hitting?
Album is coming later this year.
Later this year.
Yeah, and I'm also hoping that we can do another, or maybe a couple of more of these kind of tours in the US. Hopefully beginning of next year. We have a European tour coming later this year, and then we're going to Mexico and Latin America and these countries. But I'm really happy to be back touring US. It feels wonderful.
Yes. And you have been a band now for 30 years. I think you said 30.
Yeah, we started the band in '94, so we were still at school.
Yeah.
Like 14, 15 years old. So it's been a lifetime, a job.
You probably don't remember a time before the band. It's probably hard to remember.
Well, I do. I've been friends with Eero, the bassist, since I went on the 3rd grade. We had our first band together at that time already. I used to play drums, and he played the bass already then, and that's how long I've known him. And it's a wonderful feeling to be kind of continuing your friendship in this, what we call the field trip or whatever, school trip. Yeah, we jump on the tour bus and like okay, where do we go next? And you know,
You get to do this with your best friends.
Yeah,
so
I get
that's
to do
kind
this
of
with my
cool.
best friends, and you know, I can make my living with this. So I'm just so happy that it is so.
And I mean, I know you guys have changed some members over the years, but that core is there still, and you don't really see that very often. It's hard for 30 years to still be doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, we have had two of the members change.
Yeah.
Aki, the drummer, he has been the new guy for the last 20 years. And then now Empu, she's the new guitarist, and she's been with us for 3 years, something like that. And I'm just so happy about the chemistry we have now within the band. It's just, it means everything to me, because like that's when the best ideas are being born, and like you have to feel good about doing this, because it's not always that glamorous, especially like these tours. Everybody was like, oh, we do have we do have a shower at the backstage. Yeah. We're celebrating that. So that's how low you kind of go sometimes. And it takes a lot, like being away from home for weeks and weeks, and like if you don't have the good vibe within the group and the band, this is gonna be a lot of fights and like a lot of trouble and tears, so.
Well, and you played over the years, you played huge festivals to thousands of people, and then you do smaller shows, so that's probably
Different
just
vibes.
a different vibe.
It is, but it's not that different in a way. Like you just kind of have to switch your mode in your head. Like when you're playing in the small place, don't expect this and that, and be happy to get a shower once a week, whatever, to get some water at the backstage. Yes, but it's like I'm just such a adventurer. I love to have challenges, and I love that the scenes change, and I feel way more alive on this tour than just what I did about say 10 years ago. I don't know. It's
Well, you
just
get to meet people, you get to actually connect with people, see people in the audience. When you're at one of these huge shows, it's probably hard to connect with everybody that they're just...
I mean, it's kind of sad, but let's say we have a Mexican show coming and we're going to play for 11,000.
Wow.
It's a massive arena. That's going to be the last show for this year. And it's pretty impossible to go in the audience after the show to just have a chat with the people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just and people are quite passionate there, so they would attack and take a piece of you. But I mean, here it's been very nice, especially now we've done these support shows with Funeral Portrait, and so after every show we would go in the audience to see them play and hang out with the fans and take pictures and
That's
talk
nice.
with them, hear their stories and how they found us, first time, 20 years ago, and they want to tell us what our music means to them and what it changed in their lives, and it's really inspiring. And I think I've written many songs on this tour and got a lot of valuable stuff for my songwriting for the future. It's just it's been really productive.
And earlier, before the interview, you were talking about just being able to get out and explore just here today, but as you're going along the tour, you're getting to kind of do that and see some of these places that maybe you've never been, and meet people that haven't,
It is the good part of this is we get to travel and, like you said, visit places that maybe would have gone otherwise. I don't think I would have gone to Ferndale like we are today. But I was so happy, and it actually has been one of my favorite towns or cities on this tour. I really love the vibe here. It's very a hipster kind of, I could find at least 2 vintage thrift shops.
Right.
And then this whatever rust market or whatever, with local artists. I told you before, I really love those places where the local artists can have their little corner and sell their own, art or jewelry or T-shirts, whatever they do. I know it's so difficult for them to survive and try to make a living with that, and then this kind of place like that allows that people might can afford to stay there and have their little shop, and people would also find them easier. I'm happy to see that kind of activity.
Yeah.
Right.
Super nice.
So you, of course, grew up speaking Finnish. Now you speak wonderful English.
I'm trying.
So how did you, was that taught to you in school in Finland, or how did you get such really a wonderful grasp of the language?
Finland, it's like a mandatory thing to learn English. I think I don't know if it's already from the first grade now, but at least third grade when I was younger. Hey. And then I was listening to music sang in English,
Right.
That was, for me, always been the music or the language for
Right.
music, especially rock music. I always felt like, my idols, Kurt Cobain, or, it was just a natural thing for me to try to imitate them.
Right.
And listen and read what they were singing and saying. But there's still so much to learn. Like I know as a Finn, how many different ways you can say things. You can add so much color and so much vibes just by changing little words and
Right.
So, but yeah, I'm pretty happy. English is a good. It's kind of a smooth language for music because
Right.
it's so short words.
Yeah.
Compared to Finnish, which is todella vaikeaa ja pitkiä. Oh my god, and try to fit that and make it punchy, and it's more difficult.
Well, it is fun. Sometimes I'll hear the Finnish artists do a song in Finnish, and I always enjoy those, even though I don't understand the words. I always enjoy when you do music in Finnish. I suppose that's just like you listening to something in English before maybe you understood it. You still can still be a beautiful song.
Still pick up on
Yeah. We have this one song. It was actually on our first EP that came out in '94, and we had 4 songs on it. And it was a song we wrote, the only song we have in Finnish language. It was something we wrote at a home party.
Okay.
And we were drinking wine and it's called the love song, but it's actually about sex.
Okay.
But it's kind of cute, and we sing it with these kind of childish voices. And sometimes we play that song live, and a lot of the hardcore fans, they would actually know the lyrics and they could sing. So we sometimes invite people from the audience, oh, you know how to sing this song? Come on up.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, I've listened to the beautiful thing about things like Apple Music and Spotify that they didn't have when we were young, or even probably when you were young, is that you can put in any artist and you can get so much. You can hear all the old music, the music that's on random EPs or on things that haven't been released
and
here.
You get those recommendations for other artists too, and you
right.
Get that.
So it's kind of nice because you can just type in any band and just get all of these older. One of my favorite songs that you do is probably a pretty old one is Liquid.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that song. I don't know if you're doing that one tonight, but
you come around.
good thing you have your guitar there.
Cold. Look at this. I got this from a friend, and she said oh, I want to give this to your daughter.
Oh.
And then I took it. Sorry, but I promised to bring it home.
That's
for my
beautiful.
daughter.
Does your daughter
She's
play?
3.
She's 3, not yet.
But it's a small guitar.
It's inspiration,
so
future inspiration.
I've been writing a lot of songs with it.
That's really nice. And we are going to end part 1 of our interview with Lauri because we are going to change spots.